Hi, I'm Kevin Kwan. I'm the author of Crazy Rich Asians. I really felt it was time to write a book about, the sort of very privileged jet-setting Asians, because you read so many reports in the newspapers and they're all very dry economic reports about, oh, Asia's booming, people are getting rich, but no one really is telling a story of what, from the point of view of these people, what is it truly like to live in Asia with tremendous wealth and the burdens and privileges that it brings along with that. And so that's really something I wanted to sort of explore in this book. What am I influenced by? So many books, really. Starting from Jane Austen, of course, obviously Pride and Prejudice, and Edith Wharton's The Custom of the Country, to more modern things like Tom Wolfe's The Bonfire of the Vanities, Dominic Dunn's People Like Us, and most recently Julian Fellowes' Snobs, fantastic book about the English upper crust. And so lots of inspiration everywhere. I think there very much are crazy rich Asians in Australia, and they're actually even in my book. Quite a couple of chapters are set in Australia, and there's one character who has a beautiful house on Watson's Bay in Sydney. So I think they're all over Australia, living in Perth, Melbourne, Sydney, usually in the choicier neighbourhoods. And when they travel, I think they're, like any Australians, they really enjoy the best of Australia. They'd like to go to the Great Barrier Reef, visiting amazing islands like Lord Howe Island, going to Tasmania, things like that. Wow, that's a hard question, because there's so many amazing dishes to choose from whenever you go back to Asia. I would have to say a great plate of Hokkien fried noodles would be the top on my list, with lots of gravy. And let's see, there's a really amazing dessert that you can't find anywhere else but Singapore called Ting Tung. And it's this sort of shaved ice in this soupy, sweet, sort of dessert soup. Lots of jellies and fruits and different things in it. And there's nothing quite like it, anywhere in the world, I think. And the third dish, satay. Great satay. You won't find it anywhere else that's as good as in Singapore or Malaysia. I think Australia has amazing food, and whenever I come to Sydney and Brisbane, all I do is go from restaurant to restaurant. I think I have a tradition where every time I come to Sydney on the first night, I have to go to Barbecue King, just to have the roast duck, because I think it's some of the best in the world. But I love other places as well. Bill's, Bistro Monco, Tetsuya's is an amazing restaurant. So I think the food in Australia is really world class. And really also the freshness of ingredients, you just don't find it in many other parts of the world. How does it compare to New York? I think it's on par with New York, and maybe sometimes, a little better.